back now. We just told you about how CASA was one of the national organizations no longer getting funding from the federal government.
Yeah, so these cuts are part of several impacting grants to organizations supporting crime victims, at-risk youth, and hate crime reporting. So joining us now is Brenda Matthews-Gavich, the Executive Director for St. Joseph County. We so appreciate you being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for all you do and everything that CASA does as well. We are going to get to the funding in just a moment. For those who don't understand what CASA is all about, can you explain that really quickly?
Sure. It's an acronym for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and we recruit, screen, train, and we support volunteers who advocate for kids in the foster care system.
Gotcha.
Indiana has a phenomenal CASA network. We have about 88 programs in 88 counties right now out of the 92, and you know, we serve a lot of kids, unfortunately, and fortunately, in the state of Indiana. We have been in the community since 1987. It's been a long while now.
Very much so.
And we serve close to 800, 900 kids a year.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of kids in our community. So the big question, are you being impacted by these federal cuts? Why or why not?
To speak honestly, we don't really know what happened at the federal level with the Department of Justice.
Got it.
I can tell you that, you know, it's an unfortunate situation for National. We wish them the best as far as the Indiana network. You know, they're colleagues of ours, certainly. And but I also can say, fortunately, that we truly are not impacted by those cuts. So many CASA programs in the state of Indiana are funded through their state, our state organization. They're funded through their local county government, and they're also funded through fundraising if they're a 501c3 nonprofit.
Gotcha.
So our mission is forging ahead, and we are here to serve kids in St. Joseph County. We're not going anywhere. And yeah, the one thing I know we talked earlier today about how did that impact us. You know, what National CASA does for us, they do provide a phenomenal curriculum that we use for our pre-service training, and every volunteer and staff member participate in that. We do use their media toolkit, which, you know, people see that on, you know, WNDU and other channels. You know, and they do provide some oversight for us to be able to serve the best way possible. And how would you describe it? They want to make sure that we're training volunteers in the manner that's providing the best volunteer, so we're getting best interest served by kids.
But to put a bow on this, like you just said, you are not, in terms of the cuts, you're not at all affected by that.
We are not.
Okay, that's good news.
Yes.
Let's talk about the other dilemma, so to speak, that you guys are facing. It has to do with volunteers. Am I correct about that?
You are correct. I would say the dilemma starts with we have 198 kids on our wait list. And you know, we don't want children going unserved. We have a deficit of volunteers, unfortunately. COVID changed a lot of things for volunteer organizations. It truly did. There's probably no volunteer organization, CASA or otherwise, that's operating to capacity with their volunteers. We want children in St. Joseph County all to have a CASA. Those 198 need a voice. They need their voice heard in the court system. The courts need to hear what their needs are, their wants are, that they're in the best placement for them right now, and where are we at going forward with getting that child back in the home permanently.
Yeah, so many kids need this. Talk about the efforts you're doing to make sure the word gets out, right?
Sure. Oh, well, we do so many things. I mean, it's everything from social media to billboard, radio, television. Fortunately, we have some phenomenal volunteers, some that have been around for decades, some that have served almost 100 kids. And they are our best word of mouth. Yeah, most definitely.
You've got something going on tonight. I just found out about this. We're going to have more on this reporting from Emma Broad coming up in a couple hours. But there's an event happening tonight. How are you able to do so much?
Well, it's not my event, so don't give me all the credit for sure. You know, it's been National Child Abuse Awareness Month.
Got it.
It has been National Volunteer Week and so we've tried to celebrate that with our volunteers. And Safe at Home is going on tonight at the Cubs Stadium.
Awesome.
We're praying for, you know, good weather. And it's just an awareness event. You know, as people in the community, if you see something, say something, right, when it comes to children. And I would say that tonight is something that brings awareness to everything that's happened in our community for the month. We have a lot of youth serving organizations out there that you can connect with if you want more information or you want to volunteer. And $3 of every ticket goes to Prevent Child Abuse of St. Joe County.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Advocacy is so important,
amazing.
which you and CASA do every single day. It really should not be underscored more than it is right now.
Thank you for
thank you so much. Brenda, thank you.
Thank you.
More information, by the way, with Emma Brock coming up in just about an hour from now right here on Channel 16.